Hello and welcome to the beautiful town of Dumfries in Scotland. We are here for the World Mixed Double Curling Championships 2014 here in the Ice Bowl Arena. Our feature game is from Group D, draw 24. It's China taking on France, and this is a really important game. The winner of this game will qualify for the session, the stages before the quarterfinals. So they will see Norway topping the group. They've already qualified in the #1 spot. You see New Zealand, Germany and Ireland just failing to make the playoffs. So here we have China. It is Liu Xia and Jiu Wen Li. And Team France is Delphine Charlet and Tony Onjebu. So, rules of play in this one is 2 players, 1 male, 1 female, 6 stones, 46 minutes playing time, 8 ends, minimum of 6 ends, and players who play the first stone also play the last stone of the end. Players can switch, so they can play, they change to halfway through the game at the end of each end to be playing first stones and last stones, or to the middle 3 stones. Both players can also sweep, and no takeouts till the 4th stone of each end. So here we are in the arena at the Ice Bowl in Dumfries, and the game is about to get underway, and the commentary team is Logan Gray and Kenny Edwards.
Good evening, Kenneth.
So Logan, it's a really important game, this one, France and China. And the winner would progress to the stage before the quarterfinals.
Well, absolutely. Both these teams tied on 4 wins and 2 losses. Stone colours, China will be playing the red and France with the yellow. And France do have the last stone in the first end. Be interesting to see if the great experience of Tony Onjebu makes the difference here. I covered one of the Chinese games earlier in the week, and certainly their tactics quite inexperienced, and I think that could well be the difference between these 2 teams. But don't write off the Chinese, terrific technically and super shot makers. So not an easy one to call, but I'd maybe lean towards France, just because of Tony's great experience, of course. Played long term with Thomas Dufour over the last decade, and unfortunately they didn't manage to make it to the Olympics on this occasion, losing out at the Olympic qualification event in Füssen, Germany in December, but looking to finish the season on a high. And if he wants to do that, the French will have to win this game against China. So Liu Xia gets us underway here in the first end. And looking pretty good for line. And finds a pretty good spot here to get this game started.
Yeah, it's a completely different format as we're used to. As we take a look at Tony Onjebu for France. Seen a lot of Tony over the years, representing France at skip and the third.
Yeah, and of course, we did mention earlier, there's these 2 pre-placed stones. The team with the last stone will have a shot at the back of the button, the one that Tony just drew alongside, and the team without the last stone has a centre guard. Well, I think Tony just trying to freeze the red stone at the top of the forefoot there, but drifts down to the tee line, and a chance for Guo to make the freeze. Of course, this is the last stone of the end that a takeout can't be played. If any stones were removed from play, they would be replaced, and the shooter stone would be removed from play, much like the free guard zone rule in traditional style of curling.
Yeah, this one's looking a little bit heavy, Logan. Probably just wants to come and rest right on the face of them.
Well, still a pretty good shot there. Lies in second shot position and has good backing there. Nice stone there by the Chinese player.
Tranquille, pareil, de 90.
This is our first look at Delphine Charlet. Throwing the second, third and the fourth stone of this first end for France. We've not seen too much changing throughout the games, have we, Kenny, of positions?
We have sometimes, maybe with the lesser nations, but certainly like teams like France and China, who have probably been involved in this game probably from the start of when it was created. They really settled in. They've settled into a format and a structure that works for them.
Well, China could play a takeout here and remove a couple of these yellows. And this is what we've been saying all week long. I think a lot of the teams have been struggling to kind of apply the usual kind of tactics to curling when they to the mixed doubles format when they get the opportunity. I think if we were playing a normal game of curling, you would definitely see a takeout played here, but China getting sucked in and going aggressive here. I've played a little bit of the mixed double stuff, not for a few years, Kenny, but a few years ago. And if you have two kind of reasonably strong players, like I don't think it matters too much who plays what position. And one of the quite nice things about it is that if things haven't quite been going your way, then it's quite nice to change the positions, just to change things up a little bit, try something new and see if you can get the momentum going in the other direction.
Yeah, what it does do is it encourages a lot of stones into that 4-foot area.
No, actually quite a good shot there by Guo, really controlling the 4-foot with these red stones. No, just bumps things around. And again, this takeout is available for China if they want to play it. A lot of red stones in around the front of the house too.
Yeah, what are they looking at here, Logan?
I think they're going for this same freeze. Not too sure who's lying shot at the moment.
Just having a bit wave at the camera there, I think.
Saying hi to the people back home in Harbin.
Yeah, that really is the hub of curling in China, Harbin.
Yeah, of course, they hosted the World University Games just a few years ago. So I would say France are lying shot position at the moment. Looks like there is a takeout available if you want to get rid of that one and leave 3 reds lying in the 4-foot, but they're turning it down with this one.
Yeah, this one looks as if it's got a bit of pace in it, Logan.
Oh, that wouldn't be a bad thing if they were to bump things around. Well, actually, probably a hack weight, and just over curls the the kind of tap. It might move that yellow stone on the back of the button. See the handle just coming out of it at the end and just kind of walks over and hits a little bit too much on the inside.
T'es un peu court, t'es court, elle.
Ouais.
Oh, that yellow stone on the button, looking extremely lonely at the moment. And Tony just needs to be careful here. They really need to protect that yellow stone for their lives here.
Yeah, so I think we'll just see a freeze. Do you think, Logan?
Well, absolutely. They just really need to take away the easiest option to get rid of that yellow stone, and it certainly looks like that red stone chip that they're playing down onto just now. Rather than playing a freeze, it might be better just throwing a guard on it. An easier shot. And you're not risking kind of lining the stones up for the Chinese.
Ouais, elle. Faut que ça touche la garde. Ah, t'as serré dans ta barouette.
How's the line looking?
No, a little bit tight, I would say. Well, another red stone gets a little bit closer to that yellow. And now China can make a takeout. And if they could ever make this shot, they would surely put a big steal on the board here in the first end.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, a chance to lie 4.
Remember, it's France with the last stone, Logan, so still a chance for them to get out of trouble.
Just saying half stone.
No.
Yeah, just need to catch about quarter, I think. This one's sitting pretty high.
Oh, just misses it. That cannot have passed that red stone by much at all. And France, we will see them just throw this one away for sure. Absolutely no option. Shot to get in there to lie 2.
Yeah, just going to throw this one away, Logan.
Yeah, no option. There's no real shot to get in there to lie 2, and they're only going to do themselves a bit of harm. So throws that one away, saves themselves a little bit of time, and puts 1 yellow on the board. And I'm sure the French will breathe a sigh of relief, but I think China have to feel pretty good about that first end. Certainly very much in control there. 1 end played here, and it's France 1, China 0.
Comme ça, hein.
Ouais, tu mettras un tout petit peu plus de gaz peut-être.
Ouais, là.
Ah, léger moins, non léger moins quand même. Ouais. Ouais, je pense que tout à l'heure j'ai essayé un
Yeah,
peu.
so
mais-
here we see the umpire just placing the stones. And this time it's China. That will be back of the button.
Calder Benzies there just checking the situation of the stones. So just to confirm, Kenny, the winner of this game will qualify for the qualification round. The second and third place in each group qualify for that, and the winner goes straight to the quarterfinals. The winner of this game will go in and face the Czech Republic in the qualification round.
Whoa.
So teams already qualified for the quarterfinals are Norway, Switzerland and Russia. China off to a good start here,
Bizarre aussi, ouais. Peut-être te mettre
despite
un
losing
peu
a
plus
steal in the first, losing 1 in the first end. That's a really nice freeze there by Tony. And it makes a massive difference, doesn't it, Kenny, when you can get that first stone in the end played well when you don't have the last stone.
Yeah, so like if you can get it right down, right on the face of the opposing stone, not getting any separation really between the two stones as well, it means it's going to be take 2 or 3 stones out of the end. Well, that's a really nice tap to the back of the fort. Delphine Chalet for France.
Un peu moins.
Poised,
Tu lances comme si tu lançais
going to
là.
maybe follow that one down, or maybe go
2,80.
to come on the in turn and just to draw in.
Yeah, I think they need to come on the other handle here, and they can make a freeze on that red stone, covering their own yellow as well. They can protect that. If they came down on the other handle and never bump that red, then they're just pushing it towards their own yellow as well. So it's like a smart call here from the French. This could well be the difference today for this game, I think. Tony's knowledge of stone positioning. Oh, it's quite a difference there. Obviously, a lot slower on that side of the sheet. Maybe not played quite as much. Saw all the play coming down the in-turn side in the first end. So an early chance here for China. Interesting to see if they've learned from that France stone.
Yeah, a lot surprised that they're going on this in turn. I thought they might just come down and right in on top of the red. Maybe on the out turn, even if you come down and bump the red back onto the yellow. I think that was probably the easier call.
再来点。
这边色啊。力量。
我觉
领先
得像底
带着点儿
线。
啊。哦，路线 OK， 路线 OK， 力量。
上
领先带着点儿，顶线。顶线。是吧，力量。
Oh, looking good here, and Leo coming out to help. Oh, just the faintest erupts in that top red, but still a good shot there by the Chinese.
De 70,
Yeah,
de
it's
60, si t'es un peu vite,
pretty
c'est
nice
pas
up
grave.
against that yellow stone back of the
Si t'es
fort.
un peu plus vite, c'est pas grave, on bouge un peu ça.
Well, just with that rub on that top red, they're staying a little bit wider, and it does give the French a chance to
Le balayer, là.
return the favour and get a freeze in there.
Ouais, ouais, hop. Ouais,
Vitesse, c'est assez, hein.
ouais, hop, 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 hop.
Oh, so it's like a much better attempt. Needs to get to the inside here. Oh, hits it right on the beak. Really nice shot there from
D'accord.
Delphine Charlet.
Venir un tout petit peu en.
Si t'es un tout petit peu plus comme ça, tu reviens un petit tap.
你这有用吗？咱换手，先磕这个，把这个磕出来。
Yeah, probably actually the red at the back of the tee is the one that's sitting short now.
咱一步一个进没用，咱现在一个进咱守不住他。
谁进现在？
Well, even still, Kenny, I think there's a great chance here for the Chinese
差不多，你不用管谁
to
进，
maybe
你
put
磕就行
a big score on the board. If they could ever come down onto that yellow stone, just played and hit it on the nose, just inside the nose to set up an angle to remove that stone, the red would catch on the back yellow, and that yellow would be that yellow that's frozen on there would be looking extremely lonely in the forefoot.
So Wen Li for China.
Oh, is he a little bit wider?
Yeah, just a little bit high, and you see, I think we'll see Tony just come down and tap the yellow once again.
on peut pas rouler au-dessus, la même quasiment.
So a couple of stones for each team to come.
Still need to be careful here. The French lying shot stone, but 4 red offending stones lying round about. It's a good one here, Delphine.
Ouais. Hop.
Vitesse, il y a assez, hein.
Hop. Oh, elle cale pas celle-là.
This one looks pretty nice. Yeah, just maybe a little high though. We'll push it in for the shot.
Tout petit peu plus serré. Ah, t'es à peine plus serré à la sortie.
Oh, I think it's actually not too bad a stone. Still lying in shot position, and that yellow is actually a pretty good kind of saving position.
Yeah, I still think there's a tap there though. Could come down and just bump the
底线力量就行。
啊？
底线力量就行。发起
The
有
red
底线。哦，力
力量没
量。
问题啊，力量没问题。
哦，带着点儿。哦，放到底，没问题啊，放
Yeah,
到
this
底，
one's got a long way to curl.
放到底，不用擦。
Yeah, but does push the red in. And should France play a freeze or even a tap, I don't think they'll be able to get them in for shots. So I think China have just about guaranteed scoring 1 in this end. So Tony's just looking at now, can he actually get in for a shot?
Mais si lui reste là, il aura peut-être 3. Et si je tire comme ça, j'envoie dedans. J'enlève le compte là, j'enlève le compte pas là. Il a un double. Pas sûr.
Est-ce que je peux pas en avoir 3 aussi?
Est-ce que s'il vient là. Là, il en a quoi? Une ou deux?
Il y en a une.
Ça va revenir peut-être là, non?
Plus
So
sûr.
yeah, that's what they're going to call. They're just going to call the freeze.
Parce que le risque, c'est que ça lui donne l'opportunité
They're
de.
going to try and make it
J'ai
as
peur
hard
qu'il
as possible
tire.
for China to
Ça, c'est une
score
connerie.
any more
Je
than
préfère
that single
peut-être
point.
revenir dedans, à lui de faire un double ou un
Doesn't really
truc,
have
quoi.
too much option at all, and once again the Chinese are rewarded for keeping your stones top of the tee line, whereas the French ones are just kind of slipping past, and makes it difficult to control the end. Really nice tap there by Go.
Un peu vite, non?
Pas pire. Tu avais vraiment pleine ligne, elle. En plein milieu sur la rouge, pas sur la jaune.
Rien du tout.
So that one just didn't curl. And is there possibly a shot
Poil vite.
for a handful?
Un petit peu vite. Et peut-être du coup un tout petit peu. Il a peut-être un peu remonté le dessus de la
Voilà, un tout petit peu là.
And just looking at that there, maybe the yellow that is on the tee line is just a little bit too far back.
I think that's actually quite a good shot there by France. I think it makes life very difficult for the Chinese to score too. They probably have to play the same tap again.
点在我外一点。
Doesn't look like there's too much risk in playing that shot though. Leo Sia in the hatkin, ready to deliver this final stone of the second end. Pretty much guaranteed to score 1. Can she put a deuce on the board? immediately up and sweeping this one, and Guo coming out to help.
Yeah, this one's got a lot of travelling to do. Have they done enough? Lines looks pretty good. And it's just not going to tap that red enough.
One red.
And it will be only a single point in the game, all tied after 2 ends. So into this third end of the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship 2014, China versus France. But that's not the only game going on in the arena. There's other games still meaning a lot to a lot of nations. As we see Leo Xia at 66% for the tournament. Yeah, as I said, Sweden are leading 5-0 against Slovenia, and Finland, they lead Latvia 1-0, and Norway, they are 3-1 up against Germany, and also Romania, they now take the lead over Switzerland 2-1.
Tony Ongibu playing 69% for the tournament. Looks like he's enjoying himself out there. And really heavy on this occasion.
Well,
that was a great chance. And doesn't even find the house.
J'avais le corps vachement dedans.
Ouais, mais
du coup, je savais pas, alors après j'ai repoussé un peu.
Enfin, c'était bizarre quand même. C'était comme ça, quoi.
I always think it's really frustrating to make a mistake like that with the first stone of the end. You have to wait quite a long time before you get a chance to make up for it with the last stone of the end. Guo playing 68%.
站轻颗点儿，偏大啊，偏大，
不行，
偏大，
这个线在外边。
一点的，站轻颗啊，
放到底，放到底，线路还在外边。
Yeah, how's this one looking? And just taps that one to back of 4.
Tranquille, tu la vois bien. Même si tu curles un peu, on fait ça.
Ouais, en normal, enfin.
T-line.
Dolly.
T-line, ouais.
So they're just calling for a freeze, they're not calling for a tap. Delphine Chalet, 64%. Generally see the stats a little bit lower than you would generally in the game of curling and mixed doubles. I think it's down to, it just shows you how much sweeping has an impact on the game, I think, Logan.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think the other reason could well be that they're having to play harder shots because of those pre-position stones. Lots of little freezes and taps. Quite often in a normal game of curling you'll see some open hits, and you don't really get that here and there. Pretty straightforward shots when you've got a couple of sweepers, so it does all make a difference, it all adds up.
Yeah, that one was pretty close to being a really bad stone actually, because I think if it tapped it right through, it would have been replaced.
So France with the upper hand after that stone by Charlotte, and Guo, who's made a An excellent start to this game. Just to find a good tap.
那就放哦。下来点了啊！哦，那也放，那也放。
Yeah, just caught that one on the high side. So not a lot of stones in play in this end. France with the hammer. Just electing to play the draw now rather than the hit and flop in.
Que tu veux faire un fond de jeu et
Ouais, je fais
sortir.
fond de jeu, oui, je fais fond de jeu. Je suis un tout petit peu plus fort que celle-là.
Fond de jeu, on tape, on roule un peu.
Un tout petit peu plus que celle-là.
À peine plus vite.
Ouais, c'est ça.
So just looking for this one. I think back 8 foot weight was called.
Et allez, lève, c'est plus nous. Tout le long, au taquet, lève. Au taquet, go, 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 go. Allez, lâche pas.
Dumfries up, sweeping this one early on. Tony in giving him a hand as well. Can't afford to slip through the gap. And so that's why probably just play that shot at cold draw weight. Don't worry about touching the red at all.
Ah ouais?
Je joue à rien, c'est quasiment la même.
Ah, mais j'ai pas un peu plus serré?
Bah ouais, moi je te mets moins de glace. Je joue plus
This
vite
one's
que
just
celle-là.
over, curling.
C'est normal. Si je te remets la même glace, tu refais ça en fait.
Ouais.
Non, si je te remets la
So a chance for Wen Lee to just play the tap back. Similar shot to Dumfries Charlet.
哦，不行，我。哦，
He's giving this one a good chase down the ice. Trying to follow the line. Oh wow, I think that was just the pace that beat that more than anything. Far too much weight there from Wen Lee Guo.
Yeah, he has opened things up though.
ouais, peut-être ça, non?
Tu peux me tirer, de faire ça?
Il n'y a pas grand choix, hein?
Bah disons que venir là, même si tu viens là, lui il attaque, il la voit à moitié, il va tirer quoi. Même si
Bah,
en
on
plus
fait
c'est
ça.
un peu décalé, il va faire le double. Il aura 4 points. En tir? Ok. Allez Delph.
Chance for France to get out of a bit of trouble here. You see them two red stones counting at the back left-hand side of the house. How important will they be towards the end of the end?
Yeah, France really need a good shot here. They not only need to make the takeout, but they need to kind of stick their shooter close to where the redstone is right now to prevent a double takeout.
Ouais Delph, ouais.
Eek. So they've set up a half stone double.
Je te donne la glace pour être sûr de pas toucher la rouge quoi.
打掉它就行，打掉它往里靠一点就行。
放偏哪一点？这个小一点，给点劲儿，不给点劲儿是不是
正常还得偏大一点。
？OK。
Le côté qui glisse un peu moins, c'est pas un poil plus, c'est pas normal, ça corde plus, ça saute devant. De la glace facile quoi. Là, on ne prend pas la tête, tu pars pour ton balai à peu près à bonne vitesse, c'est différent. Après, les lâches un peu plus droite, un peu moins en dérive, elle roule un peu.
Well, a chance here for China. If they could make this double, they would lie 4.
And just hits and rolls in. Doesn't quite get onto that yellow. And this will leave Tony a chance just to draw for 2.
On va tenter dans le vert.
Ah oui, il faut être dans le vert, oui.
Ok.
Well, this should be one of the faster paths on the sheet. We saw a lot of play down here in the first end.
Un peu dans le gras, non?
Un peu, ouais. Juste la vitesse, tenir.
And this one absolutely perfectly played by Tony, and it will be a score of 2. So France now 3-1 in front after 3 ends.
Ouais, j'ai fait un point. Tout à l'heure, j'ai fait quoi là? J'étais pas mal, j'étais un poil vide, j'étais un poil serré. Hein.
Ouais. C'était au top.
C'est ce que je peux. Hein.
So China trailing by 2. Logan, how are they going to get back into this?
Well, I think they've done a lot of good things in the first 2 ends. They need to get back to what they were doing then, and it's just getting back to what they were doing before. Again, their stones in front of the tee line, and that's what they were doing. They let a couple just slip to the back line there, and that really gave France the upper hand. So these first few stones at the end, so crucial for the Chinese, but we've seen in mixed doubles that a 2-shot lead is far from final in this game. Can turn around so quickly.
Vitesse?
Ah, j'aurais dit un peu vite.
Yeah, Tony struggled a little bit with
Oui, oui, oui.
his draw weight.
Oui, 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 Tony.
Sûr?
Oh.
He made the last draw perfectly though.
Voilà, c'est ça.
Well, don't want to push this through the house. Has it stuck around? It has. So actually, quite a nice shot there from Tony.
Ça glisse bien, elle, je crois. Hein.
Ouais, hein. J'ai l'impression.
Ouais.
So Delphine Charlet just going to be asked to come around and sit on the edge of that red stone just played by China.
Ouais. Ouais.
Vitesse, il y a assez, hein, Tony. Hein.
Ok, elle. Plus à mon valet dans le vert.
Not a great deal of rotation here. I wonder if this is going to change handles. Just looks like it's drifting at the moment and starting to turn the other way now. A little bit more spin and that could have been absolutely perfect for the French. They've changed handle and created quite a nice pocket for the Chinese to try and play down into.
打完往里甩，这不就你过来看看你再戳去吧。我觉得这球打一个甩不是太好。
个磕一个，磕一个，磕一个，弄不好最后还
往里边甩的话，我觉得他往这
往外甩，这球不流里了。
So France have the last stone here.
往外走一点。
I think just a freeze in the pocket's the right shout here. Could try and make a takeout, but those two yellow stones look like they'll just go onto that back red. Well, it looks like they're going for the takeout here. Don't let these yellow counters lying around. Well, my apologies, I did say before that France have the last stone. It's China that, of course, have the last stone after that score of 2 in the third end for France. Well, makes a really nice takeout, but as I thought, that yellow stone just wired to that back red.
Ouais.
Si t'es pas carreau, on touche la garde.
D'accord.
Je veux pas qu'on passe là. D'accord?
Ok. Fond de jeu?
Ouais. C'est pour. On essaie vraiment de passer carreau et de pousser les deux derrière la T-line. C'est le but. Si on touche devant, on touche devant.
Yeah, so are France going to elect to peel the guard or try and drive it back? I actually don't mind driving the guard back.
Vitesse, c'est juste 1 mètre de plus, hein?
Oui, oui.
C'est là, hein?
Ouais, ouais.
Well, going for the tap back here. Well, it definitely is a risk, Kenny. Like, if you go for the run back and you just peel the guard, then you'll probably have a good chance for a double takeout with the next stone.
Non, non, Del. Non, 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 jamais. Attention. Oui. Hop, 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 hop. Wow, 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 wow. Faut qu'elle calme. Faut qu'elle calme. Faut qu'elle calme. Faut qu'elle calme.
Yeah, makes a nice shot and sits in front of that red stone as well.
Ah, tout, bah, il manque pas grand chose, juste pour qu'elle roule carreau derrière. C'est bien.
近一点吧，小点不行，刮这也行。行吗？
Ils vont faire pareil, moi je vais taper à l'intérieur pour regarder.
再让半双子。
Still might be able to come down just on the inside of this yellow. Push the red back towards the yellow, back left, and rolling behind the guard.
Well, that was actually a really nice shot from Delphine. Here's Guo Wenli just trying to make a freeze, I think, on the inside of this yellow. Just be trying to protect that red on the button at the moment. Take a really good line and maybe able to bump this yellow back.
Yeah, it's another good shot.
On a le point là.
Non, on n'a pas le point.
J'ai peur qu'il fasse ça, mais pour geler, je viendrai là moi.
Ouais.
On est pas obligé. Tac. Comme tout à l'heure, là, ça
Left
me
China
bien,
sitting one
Je mets la
back of
même
the
glace.
button. This is a really important stone for France. Can't afford to be in the high side at all. China would be able to score their 2 straight back.
Ça glisse un tout petit peu mieux que tout à l'heure, mais c'est pas non plus super. Hein.
Ouais.
De 80, Delph.
Well, we saw a miss 2 ends ago on this line, but following that, seemed to get to grips with the speed of this side of the sheet. And Tony Onshabu coming out to help with this one. Looks like it's going to over curl. Well, it's definitely a little bit slower on that side of the sheet.
Yeah, and there you see it's going to be a wide open hit for China, and they're just playing a tap. I thought you'd just play just a normal hit and check in.
Yeah, and this is what we've been discussing all week, Kenny, is just the teams just get sucked into the kind of general play of the mixed doubles. You think that all your shots are going to be coming around the centre guard, but I think common sense has prevailed here, and they're just going to whack that yellow stone out of there. So easy to get dragged into just throwing draw after draw after draw. Need to remember to try and play the general strategy that you would try and play in the traditional format of curling.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot. France in all sorts of trouble now. Yeah, this one just on the inside, hits and checks in behind the other red.
Well, the one saving grace here for Tony is that if he were to come down onto that back yellow, back red, then you would only lose one. Maybe, in fact, maybe they can lie shot on that back red. Well, a big shot here. Tony Onjibu lying 4 Chinese counters against. Does have back in here. It is a little bit slower on this side. Well, looks like he's got a good line. Will he get to the nose of this back red? He has just about. Maybe good enough to lie. Would have liked to make that freeze, and now Leo with a chance to score how many? 5, Kenny?
Yeah, I think so. A fistful. It's quite a tight port at the back there, though. Don't think it's there for 6. Well, yeah, just down, and it's a real opportunity for China.
OK。
Gonna think that Leo Sia would be pretty close to this. Hasn't played a lot of weight though.
No, really going to have to go hard with the brush here. Oh my. Well, that's a criminal miss there from the Chinese. Even if you just get that yellow stone out of there, you're going to score 3.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Just didn't play the weight. So, missed opportunity for China. So into the break, it's France leading 4-1.
Yeah, both teams will take a short break, and so will we, but stay tuned for our highlights of the first half of this final draw of the day.
first end of the game between China and France. It was Leo Saya trying to hit and roll in, but couldn't quite make it, and it was a 1 point lead for France as they went into the second. And Leo Saya for China trying to tap the red, and this one just didn't have enough weight, so it was only a single point and the game was tied. Third end.
Ah oui, faut être dans le vert.
And Tony Onjubu was left with a draw to the forefoot, which he duly done to extend the lead to 3-1 after 3 ends. In the fourth, lots of action. And Wayne Lee trying to hit and roll in, but it was another single point for France. As we see some of the teams who have not qualified having a bit of a party up the stairs.
Oui, 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 oui.
Tony
Oui, oui,
Onjubu
Allez,
for
go,
France.
go, 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 ça passe. Allez, Tony, ça passe. Allez, 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 allez.
D'un coup.
Hein?
Ça peut serrer ou ça vient d'un coup fort?
So catches the guard.
Voilà, on est à la bonne vitesse.
Parce que,
Ouais.
bah alors t'es plus serré parce que t'es tout de suite. 路线 OK，力量。5区就行。
力量够啊！
局限
扎了，
大一点。
扎了，扎了。
Here's Guo Wenli, the
量大是吗？
Chinese male player.
哦，已经下来了，已经下来了。
Looking a little bit heavy-handed here. Drifts to the back of the house. Delphine Charlet, the female player for the French side, playing this
Ouais,
in-turn come around.
c'est plus vite ou moins vite?
C'est doux.
Ouais, oui, hein, faut que ça rentre, hein. Pas dans la garde, hein.
Oui, bah quand même.
Oh.
Ah
Tony misjudged the distance there. Catches the guard.
Ouais, tu la repousses.
Oh, it's always a little bit of a danger when the player in the house comes running out the house. I've had an incident where I played a very important stone without the hammer against Thomas Ulsrud, and my third player, I'm going to name and shame him, Ali Guthrie, came running out the hack out to help sweep and slide tackled the stone right back to my feet at the other end of the ice. So you need to be confident if you're coming running out to help sweep. You certainly don't want to cause any harm to the running stone.
Yeah, so what France have done though is they've pushed the guard off the centre and they've rolled the 2 counters into the 12 foot, which might become pivotal at the end of the end.
先行。力量怎么样？
力量 OK 啊。
So
OK
Leo
是几区啊？
Sia
4、5、
for
5。
China.
你多远看线？你多远看线？你多远看线？多远看线？
This isn't her first appearance on the world stage. Been to a few World Juniors before and also the mixed doubles.
Yeah, and the World University Games in our hometown of Harbin.
So you see that yellow stone sitting right on the button. Tony is going to take the chance to move this now. I think he'll just come down at hip weight.
Ah oui! Au taquet, Nel! Go! Oh!
Well, doesn't sound too happy with this one. Rips the guard off. A wayward there from Charlotte.
Yeah, so another missed opportunity for France. You've got to feel that China will take one of these chances and get themselves back in the game.
Yeah, I definitely think the scoreline at halftime flattered the French. Apparently, 3 of the first 4 ends, I would say, I would give China the advantage to in overall shots played, but China just unable to put the final touches on them.
站位也行啊，站位也行。
Yeah, just needs a piece of the centre line to protect that stone. For me, that was over curled, Logan.
54个，太粗了。
Just left that red stone open ever so slightly on the out turn.
Yeah, and I think Tony sees the opportunity here to come down and make a play on it.
Hein?
Tu veux faire un point ou tu préfères tirer?
Peut-être mieux le point, non? C'est mieux le point, non?
Ouais, si on peut venir là, c'est parfait. Un peu comme l'autre côté, l'elfe. 2,70.
Ouais.
Ok. Allez.
So, what can Delphine Charlet do? Can she manage to get round this guard and push the red back?
Ouais. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Line looks pretty nice.
No, 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 no.
Well, doesn't get in for shot,
Pas mal.
but has rolled down in for second.
Je vais le voyage parce que je voulais pas faire la course.
J'ai pensé.
Ah, comme ça, au cas où je suis laissé un truc là, moi j'ai toujours là, ou toi s'ils viennent au freeze. Bah,
on 点行不行？
高台那点就行。
Well, looks like the OC are going to try and freeze their own stone again here.
线路偏小，力量。
力量够啊！
Don't see the Chinese calling too many takeouts.
上线了啊！
No, I certainly don't. There has been a couple of opportunities for them to tidy things up, and they've got themselves in a bit of trouble because of shied away from the takeout. But this one is absolutely perfect.
Oh, and even straightening up the handle quite nicely to fit on onto the nose of that red stone.
Tu peux pas essayer de venir. Ouais, c'est ça. Hein.
on enlève un point, on essaie de venir au freeze.
En fond de jeu?
Ils sont venus en direct, eux.
Ouais.
Fais-moi la glace. T'as mis quoi, toi? Un poil plus, hein? Un moins? Ouais. On essaye, hein?
So what can France do now? China's sitting 2.
Well, the one good thing for France is that yellow stone in the 4 foot's in a pretty safe position at the moment. So they can just try and make this
Ouais, c'est là. Hein.
freeze, and then it would be difficult to see China scoring more than 2. But Tony hanging a little bit high here. Can he make a play off the wide stone?
Oh, that's disastrous.
Oh, Tony.
Excuse me.
Well, Tony's definitely played better shots in his career than that one. So I think he has a pretty good attitude towards this. He looks much more relaxed than he does when he's out there playing in the men's national team, say at the European Championships. And maybe that mindset will allow him to play some really good curling if they do make it into the playoff stages. So here's Guo throwing the last stone of this 5th end and indicating that he thinks the weight's a little bit heavy. Does have a bit of backing if he can get the line right.
Yeah, as we said, China is looking to try and take one of these chances, and it will be a score of 4. And they now take the lead.
Ding dong.
Yep, 5-4, China ahead.
C'est quand même l'inverse, t'imagines là. Toi, tu t'es vraiment bien revenu en plus. Toi, t'as même traversé.
Ah bah oui, oui.
Ah non, t'avais tapé roulé.
Ouais, je t'ai
Non.
Il a fait ça.
Ouais, mais toi, il y a les 7
你换吗？
Les 5 trucs, c'est que t'as tapé vraiment roulé. En fait, t'étais dans le dedans, tu vois.
Ouais.
Donc en fait, même si j'en mets un peu moins, même si je fais ça, imagine en faisant ça, je tape là, je tape la pierre.
So Wayne Lee trying to
点线，果儿，这个偏小一点线路。
play the freeze, as we generally see.
他顶线，顶线前
No,
面。
there isn't too much option, is there? Unless you're maybe in the last end and you've got the last stone, then you maybe want to chip the centre guard off. But generally, you'll see this as the first stone of the end every single time.
Un peu vite. Toujours vite.
So Tony on Djibouti. I've seen this quite a lot from Tony. His first draw, it's been a little heavy.
2 mètres.
So 2 stones. Back of tee. This is Leo Sia. Just looking for a guard, I think, maybe top of the 12 foot.
磕一点，分开一点就行。
Just catches the centre. It's one thing for sure, players can't complain about the ice this week, Logan. It's been pretty good. Nice steady curl on both hands.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always going to be a bit of a challenge trying to guess the speeds of the sheet. There's so few stones getting played, and you don't have the Teflon, as much Teflon going up and down the ice. You don't have as many stones going up and down the ice. So there is still going to be a lot of fresh paths out there. So that is always going to be a challenge. But curl-wise, speed-wise, generally has been very, very good this week here in the Ice Bowl. A great job done by Scott Henderson and his team.
Ouais. Hop, 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 Delphine, hop, hop, hop. Non, non, putain, curle pas. Attends le max. Au pire, freeze, c'est juste. Freeze, c'est juste.
C'était dans le cran.
Non, pas plus que ça.
Yep, there's Scott Henderson on the left there, just behind the glass.
J'ai vu vite au début, on l'a
Ah ouais.
D'accord.
Alors franchement.
And we can see that redstone of China's looking very vulnerable in there. So Leo Sayer will have to probably come down and freeze the yellow top of the fort. Trying to take it past, I think. Yeah, that's actually a good shot.
Tu pousses un peu, tu pousses un peu. T'es là, t'es là. Quasi la même.
Hein?
La même. Freeze ou on pousse un tout petit peu.
Okay, so Delphine, Charlet. Again, France, I think maybe shying away from the takeouts a lot, along with China. For some reason, they're just going to bump this red back.
Ouais, t'es un peu plus serré là, je crois, non? Hop, hop. Oh,
So how's the line looking in this one?
Ah ouais. Ouais, ouais. Oh non, attends, attends, attends. On va faire une boulette là. Hop, 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 hop. Ah, ça va.
And that's okay. I think the red's still sitting short though.
Bon, là, on joue bien.
谁的也在？
Je crois qu'il garde.
There's possibly a run double now, so for China, they've just got to maybe corner freeze inside. Need to throw something right down in here. Well, again, the handle looks like it's stopping in this. Players really needing to make sure they get a good rotation. And that's actually the same stone, Kenny, that straightened up the last time. Yeah, so maybe there's an opportunity to just come down at tap weight and tap the yellow back onto the red.
Un étire et roule devant. Un double, tu vois.
Tu veux ouvrir?
Et si on ouvre?
Si on ouvre, il peut tirer aussi, hein. Non?
Or do you come down at peel weight and catch as much as the yellow you can see?
Un 2, ça nous va ou 2, ça nous va?
Even if you feather the top red.
Le problème, c'est que je suis pas sûr qu'on ait le point encore là.
essayer de pousser celle-là? Non?
Le problème, c'est ici que toi, tu restes là, Delph.
Je peux faire le double?
On peut peut-être rentrer dedans et nous bloquer tous les trucs, quoi.
Tu veux
Si on ouvre, je suis en train de regarder ce qu'on peut ouvrir, si jamais. Si on fait ça,
So Logan, your French is a lot better than mine.
il y aura le double.
What are they discussing here?
Si on fait ça, on va rester là. Il y aura le double.
Well, it looks like they're lying one against at the moment. I don't think they have too much option but to tap up that yellow. I can't see too many other opportunities. Can you, Kenny?
No, I don't. I think that's the only shot I've got. It's just what weight do you play it? Do you play it at tap weight or do you play it at big weight?
Oh, I think there's too much red lying around about to risk throwing this at
Là,
big
on est
weight.
à moitié, Delph. Sinon, on roule un peu.
There's not too much risk, even if they over curl here. I don't think they're going to do too much damage on that top red. It's just where the shooter might roll to. So, see how this one works out for Delphine Charlet.
Allez, Delph. Tu peux y aller. Hop. Oh, elle revient pas du tout, Delph.
Yeah, again, not got much rotation on the stone, Logan. And this one's coming down now. It looks really good.
Oh, just the faintest of rubs on that top one. And although the three yellows lined up, it still looks reasonably safe. I think if France were to hit that, they would probably just lose a lot of the red stones.
肯定这个没了，这往这边转点。你要是不打就站一个，站一个它薄蹭也
Just looking at the angles, I think they're looking to hit the yellows, but I think the yellow that's in the middle of the three would kick back to the red that's on the T line on the right.
站一个偏外侧站。
站一个，他最多也就是1分打定了。给我稍微让一点。来一边稍。
So they're looking for
我怕你这么站
this
打
one
的也
on
掉，
to
你得站外边。
迎边吧，迎边，保险一点。
just front ring.
给这个吧。
对对。
So I agreed to take the edge of the house for the ice. Wen Lee has been pretty good with the draws throughout the game.
这条到4啊，跟着点儿。这条到4，站着这边都没事。
没问题，线路怎么样？
哦，可以就不擦了，肯定掉线了哦。没问题，不用擦，它自己掉下来了。哦，哦，哇，哇 ，OK， sure。
Oh, just a guard. There's still probably an opportunity for France to come around and make that tap. Other option could be that they could run the red guard onto the side of that Yellowstone and maybe get a couple.
Yeah, I
don't think there's any risk really looking at the
Carreau,
angles.
quasiment, on fait jaune, la jaune sur la rouge.
Carreau.
Ouais. Bon, j'étais tout droit à chaque fois, mets-moi impact. Hein?
Oui.
On va voir, écoute. Eh, on va pas pinailler maintenant, hein.
So he's just looking to hit this one right on the nose.
Ah oui. Faut que je prenne carreau, Delph.
Carreau, ouais.
I don't think this one will be hanging around, Logan. We've seen Tony play some really big weights over the years.
Well, you see he's taking 0 ice, so he's not expecting any curl.
Not even bothering to sweep with this one.
I was looking wide and... Oh, sorry, looking tight.
Yeah.
So hits a little bit on the inside, and I think we're going to see a measure for shot stone. China already leading by 1 shot.
Il va falloir que je balaye.
Hein?
Il va falloir que je balaye. Je pars
Ouais.
un peu dedans. Mais j'ai refait comme là.
Yeah, so we'll just wait for the measure.
Elle reste un peu sur le. Elle reste un peu sur le côté avant de revenir et là, elle a quand même curlé quoi.
Ouais. Là, si on fait juste ça, toi, il y a 2.
我觉着啊，很明显。
我没太看出来，说实话。反正我眼神也不大好使，一般这时候。
Ça vient que ça fasse jaune.
Ah, ce serait pas mal.
Well, here's good old Calder Benzies from Murrayfield Ice Rink coming in to do the measure. I might even get a little look at the pressure gauge here. That's swung round to about 3 on the dial. Well, we're not going to see what the other one is. We'll soon find out in a second though who's closer. Calder points to the red, pushes the red in and pushes the yellow away. It's going to be a steal of 1 here in the 6th end and a great start to the second half for China, now leading by 2.
Yeah, so into the 7th end, China really turned things around, and we did say that China were creating chances when they have taken 1 in the 5th end.
Okay. Okay.
Well, that says Guo Wenli playing 88% for the tournament. That would be pretty good shooting. I think we're going to need a steward's inquiry on that one.
Yeah, we'll just have a quick look at that one. Yeah, splits the centre guard off and leaves 2 corners.
Oh, there we go. We had a little correction here. His game accuracy is 88%. Certainly playing really well.
Ouais, j'y vais comment?
Bah, tu veux pas venir comme ça?
Ça se passe pas. Ça passe pas, il y a les gardes, Delph.
Tournament
On
accuracy
fait soit une cachette derrière l'une ou derrière
68.
l'autre, mais.
Eh ben,
Et moi,
viens derrière celle-là alors.
Ouais,
Comme
ok.
ça?
Ouais, ça me paraît pas trop mal.
Tony Angeboost only playing 59%.
Tu me dis juste quand elle passe la garde. Elle a un point.
Yeah, I think it'll be his draws that have been letting him down. Again, this one looks a little pacey from Tony. So
Oui, t'as la cachette.
Ouais, au centre, tu peux pas y aller.
Oui, oui, oui. Oui,
D'accord.
oui, oui.
he has maybe
跟我白边儿差不多吧。
created a nice chance though, because what he's done is he's pushed one in behind the corner.
Well, it all depends on this stone, doesn't it? It's a chance for China, but if they were ever to make a mistake and France could make a takeout, then we would be lying 3 with the last stone. So an important shot here for China.
So Leo Saya 68%.
等线，等线，下来了，二。
Needing to make a freeze. Play isn't around a centre guard now. Oh, that's a great shot.
Tu m'avais mis ça, Delph?
Yeah, Guo's really been on his game. Some super play. I'd say one of the best performances we've seen this week, shot making wise.
So, Delphine
Ligne,
Charlet,
belle.
68% also.
Attends un peu. Ok, tu peux y aller avec ta vitesse, quand tu veux. Là. Oh, oh, oh. Non, non. Non, 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 non. Non, 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 laisse ta cœur là.
And that one just pushes the red to the side and lines them up. That'll be really difficult for the red to be removed now.
慢点打，慢点打。
大点力量吗？
正常就行。
正常。
啊？
行行。
So, see, taking this opportunity, I think, just to smash these ones in the nose.
这个打完往这边甩，这边甩都行。
行。
So,
Hard.
need to hang around with this one.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
And they do, and gets them lined up. And
Si t'es un peu vite, on décale un peu
France
ça, ça nous enlèvera un
really,
contre déjà.
in a bit of trouble now,
Bah, j'aime bien rester là, parce que tout à l'heure
this
t'as roulé ouvert.
7th end.
Ouais.
Je préfère qu'on reste carreau. Quasi la même.
So this will be just an in-turn corner freeze on the reds. I think I'd probably like to play this with a little bit of weight to try and change the angles, move things around.
Ah, t'es un poil plus vite, non?
Peut-être un peu, ouais. Oui, c'est plus vite.
Ouais, rien faire. Ouais, laisse la curler. Ouais, changement, ouais. Non, on n'a pas. Moi, j'ai dit, on roule là-bas, mais...
Well, they have changed the angles around, but they've just jammed that red right back onto the yellow.
Ah, c'est dur, hein. C'est
100 000, quoi.
100 000. Disons que tu sais que si tu roules, tu restes ouvert et que si tu touches devant, c'est foutu quoi. Il touche devant, il tire, il avait les 3 pierres.
投一个，反正力量大一点，磕一点甩过来应该也有，是不是？
等会儿吧，
打一个，
行吗？
还给我顺时呢？
啊？
行，你
顺时
是吧？
这边变。
行。
Yeah, so big pocket right in behind this guard.
Yeah, and maybe actually they can spin all 3 yellows here.
Don't know if they're trying to spill a 3 or just hitting to try and hit and flop across. But certainly not hanging around with this one.
我逆时直一点啊！
Go hard
This one's really curling hard.
hard。我
I actually caught that one the wrong side. But finds a nice spot in behind the other corner card. Probably might sit too.
Well, that red on the other side isn't the problem. It's that one that's frozen in that pocket. It's just in a super spot for China. It's that one where Tony has his brush in front of there.
So Charlie trying to just bump the red and sit short. It's really key that France do score in this end. Can't afford to give up any more.
C'est à même vitesse.
And that one just a little bit heavy. And look at the pocket they've left now, Logan. Now I think you would maybe have a go at trying to move the yellows.
Well, this is the last Chinese stone in the end. I don't think they actually need to play a double at the back.
No, I
don't think they are actually. They're just going to throw. They're going to throw a guard. Just block the gap.
Yeah, looks like just a guard.
我觉得劲儿有点大啊。
It would be difficult for France to get in if they could put a good one up here. They don't have any yellow stones out front to run in.
粘了，粘了。
Yeah, there's loads of running in this though, Logan.
Oh, maybe they can make a freeze. Well, it's going to over curl though. Still. Now, I wonder if France could maybe just chip that shot stone and get a couple on the board. It's not an easy shot by any stretch of the imagination. Whoa, clearly frustrated with that one. Definitely seen some brush slams in this ice rink in my time.
Yeah, I think I was here for that memorable one moment, Logan. But
yeah, it wasn't a highlight of my curling career.
Tu me dis bien parce que faut que c'est le temps de
It was a good
travailler
brush
parce que
slam,
ça chope la
You
garde
don't
rouge.
see a brush head come down from too much higher than that.
Au début ça reste un peu ouvert.
I think we might see a brush slam from Tony if he doesn't make this one.
Vise bien là.
Not that we encourage brush abuse. We're just saying that we've done our fair share.
I think it's part of the game. It shouldn't be completely wiped out. People have got to show raw emotion. So Tony just looking to chip the red that's tight in behind the corner guard. And this one looks as if it's got a little bit much weight in it.
Well, it's coming across now. Not too far away, I would
this
say.
is perfect.
Oh, that's a terrific shot. Looks like a score of 2. Oh, that's one of the best shots I've seen all week. Without any sweepers, that's a great shot from Tony Ongebu. Definitely one for the highlight reel.
不是他们凉了，他们不同意，咱同意能行。
So I think they're going to measure these two stones.
Oh, I think I can stick my neck out and say that one's going to be a yellow. What do you think, Kenny?
I've got to agree with you, but obviously the overhead camera sometimes isn't just quite positioned perfectly.
Here's Jill Donald presenting the measure.
Second shot. First yellow.
Yeah, this would be to tie the game.
No. Oh, going to go around again. Jill actually gave the red quite a good piece on the way by, so she'll maybe just change how much she rubs the stone this time round, just to see if it gives a different reading. It must be close though.
Quasiment 3 quarts. Tac. Là, il faudrait qu'elle aille là-bas au fond.
And it is yellow. So tied game coming home here.
So 2 yellow.
Can you do that again?
Okay. And Guo Wenli just wanting a double check. And this is Glenda Barrowman coming out to carry out a third attempt. Of course, the players are entitled to do this if they aren't happy with the initial measure or just want some clarification, then they can ask for it to be redone. Always get a little bit nervous when they move the needle lot straight onto the stone like that they might actually move one of the stones. It's not really a good outcome for anyone involved, apart from the other team.
Yeah. So, are they going to perform this again, or are they happy? So, for a 4th time, we're going to measure this stone.
Well, the umpire is getting a good bit of airtime this evening. Hope neither of these teams are playing the early draw tomorrow morning. And confirmed yellow. Next end. So 2 in the end. The 7th end. And it's China 6, France 6 coming home. And China will have the last stone.
Yeah, just going to give you an update of games elsewhere. So the game between Sweden and Slovenia, is all over on sheet E. 9-2 Sweden winning that one. Romania, they defeated Netherlands 7-3. And Norway still going against Germany, but they lead 9-4. And Finland are 10-6 up on Latvia.
Yeah, and just a reminder, as we pass the Norway game, that they have already qualified for the quarterfinals before this draw. And so have Switzerland and Russia. But France and China here in our featured game, they're playing for a spot in the qualification round prior to the quarterfinals. Winner goes through, the loser does not. And they're playing for 3rd spot in the section. This group already topped by Norway, and Spain also already qualified for the qualification round.
Yeah, so that one from Wenli, just chipping the yellow off.
Tu t'évites, là, mais.
Thought we might actually see the centre guard be tried to be split, Logan. I thought that's maybe what China would have elected to do.
Well, certainly was an option. It's always a danger when you have the last stone, you're leaving centre guards on. It's always going to be the one that gets in the way when you need to play that final stone down into the middle.
Vite, Delph ou pas?
Ça me paraît un peu vite, ouais.
Rien. Non. Lève le balai.
Yeah, so this one just nudges the red back. France want things top of the tee. They want to get things in behind that centre guard. So now China really need to peel that centre guard. Or can they peel it? How many stones have been played?
Well, they certainly can, Kenny. There's 5 stones in play now. So with the 4th played stone. Well, I'm impressed by this call. Good call by the Chinese here.
Yeah, just half stone.
Yeah, the key here is to get the shooter to roll away as well. Looks no problem. Really nicely played shot there by Leo Sea.
Yeah, the front of the house now wide open. I think France will just throw a centre and hope for a nose or a miss.
Yeah, well, worst case, if this guard was to continue to be replaced and China kept peeling it, then France would be able to play a freeze on that stone at the back of the button. But there's no protection really. A couple of big mistakes with their first 2 stones, or certainly their second one, not keeping it in front of the tee line.
Yeah, so straight away just China going to like to take this off again. I really like the way they've called this end, Logan.
Yeah, absolutely. It wasn't a kind of marginal call with their first stone where they play the tick or where they go after the one in the house, but they went after the one in the house and it's worked out very nicely for them. Good to see Rachel Speedy in the corner of the picture there. I was speaking to her before the game. She's come along to do some volunteering this week after 6 years away from curling, a past Scottish junior champion, and she's planning on making a comeback next season by joining a club here in Dumfries. So great to see the event reaching out to some of the local community and bringing people into the sport, or back into the sport.
Bonne ligne large.
Ouais, go, Del. Go, le cœur.
We're going to see you back on the ice anytime soon, Kenny?
No, I think retirement has kicked in now, Logan.
Hein?
So
S'il y a des pleines lignes après, on vient derrière.
I think the punditry is certainly my position.
Non, on revient. Ah non, mais là, ça fait là depuis.
So really getting down to the business end.
Yeah, just 3 stones left to play here, and that guard in no man's land from the French. Oh, is this going to miss altogether? It is not. And rolls the shooter away as well. Good shot there by the Chinese, and all Tony can really do here is freeze the shot stone and hope for a miss.
peu moins. Ouais, ça paraît pas mal, non?
Yeah, so if you're France
Là-bas, on est
now,
là. Encore un tout petit peu
where do
moins,
you
elle.
go?
Ouais.
Do you like to try and sit too, or do you
Le but
freeze?
c'est de venir entre là, toi. Là, par là. Par contre, je sais pas du tout comme ça glisse, alors c'est une ligne qu'on n'a pas jamais prise.
Well, it could be a good option to lie
Et
to.
comme d'hab. 2,90.
You
Huh?
would only really
at
do that
Francis.
if you felt like the opposition were more likely to play a takeout, though. It's we've got a chance to come around this guard, although it's not in a great position on the 4-foot line. They can throw one over there and shrink the scoring area. If they can get it on the tee line on the edge of the 4-foot, don't think China will be able to play a hit, so could still be a tricky draw. And as we said so many times this week, they only have one sweeper. Just makes those draws a little bit less certain.
Tony out with the persuader straight away.
Well, needs to be lying shot here, Tony. I don't think this is going to get there. No,
He's kicked it away.
and France
Thank
will
you, good luck.
exit this year's World Mixed Doubles.
Ah, ça glisse pas.
Non, en fait, c'est
A loss to China
One
here.
China.
franchir.
So I'm surprised he kicked that one away, Logan. I know you don't expect
Chier.
China to miss an open hit, but they were still sitting short. So a 1 point on the board for China. So they will progress through.
C'est peut-être.
So first end of China versus France. This is Liu Xia for China, trying to edge the red in, and that resulted in a steal of 1 point for France. Second end, Liu Xia once again trying to tap the red, but this one just over curled, and it would only be a single point to level at 1 each. Third end, and some great play by France. Tony Onjibu with a chance to draw for 2, which he duly done, put it right down onto the tee line and led 3-1. Fourth end, nice takeout from Wen Li, hit and checked in, and it was a steal of 1 for France. Fifth end, Tony Onjibu just bumping the Chinese redstone into the 4-foot, which left them a chance to draw for 4. And China not going to miss this kind of opportunity. Puts this one right down onto the tee line to take the lead. And sixth end, Tony Onjibu trying to raise the red back onto the yellow.
Yeah.
Just over curled. And after the measure, it was a 1 point for China and a 6-4 lead into the 7th.
Okay.
And Tony Onjibu trying to tap the red out of the 4 and sit for 2. And that was absolutely perfect. But the measure was required, and after the 4th time of asking, it was the yellow, and the game was all tied into the final end. And China lying 1. Tony Onjibu light with his draw, and it was a 1 point for China, and they will progress into the playoff stages. So, from Logan and myself here in Dumfries, thanks for listening.